Andrew Stafford, President of Prevail. Very excited to introduce one of our newest team members, Daniel Schowengerdt. He's our newest attorney. He's heading up our trust and estate and wealth transfer division. Welcome. It's good to have you.
Thank you, Andrew. I appreciate it.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about your background, how you got into not only, becoming an attorney is a hard deal, but you got a pretty sophisticated background. Walk us through a little bit of that, and then what made you choose Prevail?
Sure. So I started in Virginia Beach in Washington, D.C., and I had a unique experience that I was able to work with a firm where we represented the White House, National Security Administration, and worked with members of Congress.
Okay.
I got to draft briefs to the U.S. Supreme Court and really got to work with some of the best attorneys in the United States.
That had to have been some amazing experience.
It was, and it got you able to work under pressure in high-stakes situations, knowing that your work is really impacting people.
So a little bit about what you've been doing the past few years after DC. You had your own practice. You really wanted to get into the estate planning side of things, which kind of brought us together here at Prevail. Walk us through a little bit of that.
So I owned my own practice for 16 years. I did general practice, and I wouldn't trade that because of how it integrates into estate planning. I did everything from civil disputes, family law, trust. So I've done wills and trusts and estate planning for 16 years.
Yeah.
But the other areas of law come in. You'll have blended families, and they need estate plans, and you need to know that history of being a family law attorney.
Working with business owners and how the business comes into play. I think there's something that, as you and I talked about this role, I thought was very unique. There's a lot of estate planning attorneys that are basically just performing documents, and they never have to litigate it, right? So you never have to go and basically prove what they've put down. You've litigated that. You've done the behind the scenes. That experience is very helpful. Talk a little bit about that.
So I was fortunate that I was at a practice that had a lot of plans other people put together that we had to go to court in jury trials, in bench trials, and argue trust disputes, will disputes, lack of capacity, things that come up. And the way that helps me now is I can be proactive in making sure anyone's plan, it doesn't fall apart because something wasn't done right. And also avoiding conflict. I found a lot of people, they want conflict in their families avoided.
Right.
So by seeing the other end in litigation, I can make sure it doesn't get there.
I think that's the hardest thing is people are thinking about the wealth they've created and how that transfers and this child getting that or this family member getting that. I've really seen you in action. You do a phenomenal job of putting everybody at ease, and really making sure that whatever their end outcome is, you can design a plan or customize something to really meet the intention behind this wealth transfer to the next generation. I think that's great. Tell us a little bit about what made you choose Prevail and why you thought this would be the best place for the next stop.
First thing that came to me when I saw Prevail was the values that Prevail has, and they line up with my values. Putting the client first and tailoring plans. I don't have a specific trust plan that is cookie cutter for everyone. Right. It's tailored for every person. That's what I've seen from Prevail. Even the fact that I'm here, that Prevail wants to bring synergy together. And when you have legal and financial, those goals are aligned.
Right.
People are trying to provide for their families, for their legacy. So if you can have both of those combined, I think it's a better experience for the client.
So if you lived in Kansas City very long, most people know the Schowengerdt name. You come from a big family. Talk a little bit about your family and give us a little background there.
So I'm one of 10 kids. And my parents have 44 grandchildren. So it's a big family.
Yeah.
I have 2 children. I have a 17 and a 15-year-old.
Big family like that needs an attorney in the family.
They do. Yes.
There's always going to be something going on.
Absolutely. So I have a brother who's an attorney also. He was Solicitor General. We got to go to the U.S. Supreme Court together, so that was a neat experience. So great family, and then great immediate family. I have a wife of 20 years and 2 children. Very, very blessed there.
And you got a track star too, right?
I do. So my 17-year-old is the fastest kid in Kansas, and he's nationally ranked. And my daughter's a volleyball player, and that's my favorite thing to do. Is to go out and watch my kids.
There's nothing better than being with family. Yeah, it just makes everything light up. Well, welcome. We're very excited as you guys, our clients and prospects think about, as you mentioned, marrying together the legacy and the investment side of things. There's no better person than having you by their side. So welcome. We're glad to have you here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.